Hey everyone, it's Jesse. 6/1/2016. I know I said I wasn't coming back, right away with another video, but I sat in front of this camera for at least 10 minutes trying to think of what I was going to say. I don't know, I'm shaky. It's weird. How do I explain it? So, I'm trying not to talk loud because usually when I make videos, I can control the environment, but my mom and her boyfriend are sitting right outside, so I can't talk like really loud, because I don't want them to know this, or I don't want them to hear me vlogging about it, because they do watch my vlogs. I know they do, but I don't know. I can't explain it. Whatever. I'm rarely like speechless, but I'm trying to figure out how to go about talking about this. It's just weird because the feelings, the emotions, the memories, it's crazy. So, yeah, I'm shirtless again, by the way. Here lately, I've just been not even wearing a shirt at night. And usually I don't get in my vehicle without a shirt on. Tonight I don't really fucking care at all. So, I didn't put a shirt on before I went to the drive-thru smoke shop to get some cigarettes. And, a new worker. Girl. When I was pulling up, I could see the silhouette, and I thought, oh, it's that chick, I don't know her name, but, I thought it was the usual lady. It wasn't. It was, somebody new. That is Itty Bit, who was returned. And she, for some reason, goes out back and works at butterflies. Leaves, the wind, trees. God forbid a squirrel comes close. Anyways, back to my story. So I pull up. By the way, if you heard that high-pitched noise, that's my laptop. It's a Windows 7, and I've had it for, I know this is off topic, but I gotta explain, because you've heard it in so many of my videos if you go back and listen. It's the fan, or something's messed up. And it's an old laptop. I've had it for many years, and I need a replacement. I think you guys know, if you don't know by now, months ago, one day I broke my screen because my headphones got caught in between the screen and the keyboard, and so it went like pop, and then it just spread out, like if you see a TV get hit, that's what happened, and it's completely blanked out, and I have to sit my computer right here in front of my TV and hook it up through a HDMI cord. That's the only way I can use the computer. Anyways, I need a new computer, period. That high-pitched sound, it's more frequent, even though, Lily, not right now, honey. Anyways, I don't know what's the fan, or what the problem is, or I have no idea. I've cleaned it, so it's not that. Okay, anyways, back to my story. So I pull up, and I instantly recognized this girl, but I could not remember her name. And if you hear that talking, that's my mom. I instantly when we first made eye contact, we both recognized each other. She knew who I was, but I couldn't place her, and I don't know why. But I thought, you know, I told her I wanted my cigarettes, and I was like, that's my... Knock it off, please. Hey, it's just Scout. It's just Scout. Starlight. Starlight, hush. Okay. So, that's my mom and her boyfriend's dog, which is actually one of Skip's puppies. His name is Scout. So we instantly recognized each other. She knew who I was instantly, but I couldn't place her at first. And so she asked me, or she didn't say anything at first. I said, you know, I needed my cigarettes. And I fumbled. It was embarrassing. And she knew, I know she knew I was fumbling. But you know, I got it out, and then she kind of backed up, looked at me, and went and got the cigarettes, and I started thinking, what's her name, what's her name, what's her name? And it's weird because when I looked at her, I was like, damn, she is hot. She's hot. She's very good looking. Very good looking. And, anyway, she went to get my cigarettes. And I asked if she could take 100. And she shook her head. They always can, usually. And so she went to the register, and she was punching in the register. I don't know. Usually it doesn't take them as long to punch in, whatever. I don't know if she was kind of nervous or whatever. So she comes back to me and hands me his cigarettes. Okay, now at that point, while she was doing the ringing up, I was just sitting there going, fuck. I mean, I don't know if she could see me, but I was just like, what? Like trying to figure out who is she? And at first I thought it was Heather, a girl that I went to school with in Murfreesboro, because she resembles Heather. I don't even know where Heather lives. I haven't seen that girl since like 7th grade, okay? And I'm sure she's married by now, but I thought it was Heather. And so this is why it's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing. This is an embarrassing story. So I was like, or she spoke first after she handed my cigarette. She said, so how long have you been growing out your hair? And I said something like, I can't even remember, like, something like, I thought I recognized you. And then I said, Heather? And she looked at me like, you know, knock it off. And no. And she said no, and then she said her name. And that's when I was just like, oh shit. Oh shit. I didn't know what to say at all. I never thought I would see her again. Ever. You know. Or maybe like an off chance, because we live in the same, or I'm assuming she still lives in this county. I'm not sure. I didn't ask her that. But the whole time there was a vehicle behind me. Anyways, let's see how it went. She said her name, and I said, I don't even know. I think I went like, said something like, oh my gosh, or something like that. Nice to see you, or something like that. I don't remember. And I replied. She asked me how long I've been growing out my hair. I said 3. It's not been 3 years, but it's almost 3 years. Close to 3 years. And she said, oh. And I said, yeah, and this is about 1.5 years old. And today is the exact 1.5 year mark. She shook her head like this and made a face, and I was like, yeah, she thinks it's gross. You know, because it's so long. And I said, yeah, I plan on, I'm cutting it soon. And I am. I have made that decision. It's going to be cut and trimmed, gone soon. Something's going to happen. And for those of you out there that have made it this far in the video and you had told me to try to braid it first, you know, to see what it looked like, we've tried to braid it. We've tried to braid the sides this way, that way. It was not successful, and we tried to braid this. It was braided, but it didn't. It didn't do well. Anyways, back to my story again. So I said, yeah, but this is 1.5 years, and she made that face, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna trim it, or I'm gonna cut it soon. She said, why? I said, it's hot. You know, it is hot. And then I said, you know, my hair, it's hot too, but I'm growing it out for a wig for my mom with alopecia. And she said, oh. And I said, well, I think I said something like, I'd like to talk, but there's another car behind me, so I said, it's good to see you, or see you later, it's good to see you. And I don't remember her reply, but it was not like to me it wasn't like, okay, see you tomorrow. That'd be great to run into you again tomorrow to talk to you, or something like that. And so now I have to tell you who the person is. I won't say her name. That's not right of me to say her name. Even though I used Heather's name. Heather, there's how many Heathers in this county, you know, whatever. I'm not going to say her name, but this brings me to this, and then I'll talk about it. My sexuality is differed, or it's what you'd call evolved over my lifetime. You know, first good, close to the first 10 years of my life was heterosexual, and then bisexual, and I was bisexual until 19, 20, no, 19. And then just never dated women after that, after 19. So it's kind of evolved. And so in high school, you know, I wasn't going to date a guy. I wasn't about to, or, you know, I wasn't about to have a relationship with a man, a guy, boy, whatever, our same age, year younger, year older, what have you. I wasn't about to do that. I don't think I would have had a problem. I really honestly don't think I would have had a problem, because my last 4 years of school, when I went back to Kirby, was the best experience. You know, I went to Kirby pre-kindergarten through 3rd grade, and then my parents separated, and I was taken, you know, my custody was, they lost custody, and Y'all probably know my story. If you don't know my story, just look back in some of my old videos and where I explain my story. And so I had to come to Murfreesboro school for 4th, 5th, and 6th, and then 7th grade. Something significant happened in 7th grade. I was at the point where I was being bullied very badly by pretty much everybody in the class. And so something significantly happened. I had to leave Murfreesboro school, Lily. I had to leave Murfreesboro school, and I had to attend a Christian school for a year and a half, and that was hell. Let me tell you, it was hell. And then I went back to Kirby, 9th through 12th, graduated at Kirby, and it was the best decision I ever made. Best years were at Kirby. And I enjoyed the people around me, friends. I wasn't friends with everyone, but I was always cool dude, you know, not a cool dude, but chill with everybody, really. Talk to anybody. Doesn't matter if they, you know, one year I had helped one of the guys in the class, he had some mental disabilities. One year I totally took him on under my wing and helped the teacher, you know, and teacher, you know, I sat with him, I helped him. Anyways, we had another boy, he was a grade above me, and he was in a wheelchair. He had some issues, mental issues, I believe, too, and I was friends with him, and when he passed away, his senior year, when I was one of the few youngest people to go to his funeral, and so, anyways, that brings me back to school. Best time, and I did date girls in high school, and I loved them, and I was in love with them, you know. There's no doubt about it. I had deep love. Never had sex with any of the girls, but I didn't mean I didn't want to. I just didn't. It did never happen. It did never happen. And but I dated 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 girls at school, and 9th through 12th, and loved each and every one of them. Okay, I said if that happened again, I was turning this piece of crap off. Loved them deeply, cared for them, everything. And the girl at the smoke shop was the girl I dated for a good while, and it was my last. I dated her my senior year, before my senior year started. Started dating her, I believe, in my junior year, and I'm not going to say I loved her the most, but I cared for her a lot. And so, yes, that's why I'm a little embarrassed, and it's been since I was 18. Last time I saw her, and I'm 30 now. Feelings, emotions, and everything. It's weird, because the relationship, I can't say the relationship didn't, like, end. Well, it didn't. I didn't officially end the relationship. I was stupid. Well, I wanted to go to college. In Hot Springs, and you know, my grandparents raised me, and they were pretty much my surrogate parents, and I asked my grandfather, who had the money at the time, you know, but that's beside the point. I mean, I could have had a grandfather who didn't have any money, or had enough money and could have helped me, but my grandfather, he has a lot of money, and he refused to help me go to college. So like 2-3 days after I graduated high school, I went straight to work in Hot Springs, which was an hour drive away. Well, not quite an hour drive away, but then eventually, like after a few weeks, a month, I moved to Hot Springs, and then started getting really stupid, you know, drinking and partying and doing things I shouldn't have been doing. And I just left everybody behind. I left her behind, with my senior ring even, and I left my family behind, I left my friends behind, and chose a really shitty path, and I never talked to her again. It's not that I didn't think about her or remember her, but I was in such a state that I couldn't function to talk to her. I was doing bad things, and it was bad. So I just kind of moved on, left everything behind, everything, and eventually then I moved to Oklahoma for 6 years. If you're watching this, I doubt you are, but under the slim chance that you are watching this, if you want to talk, name's the same. I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube. Totally willing to talk to you and explain everything if you want. That's up to you. Really is up to you. So, if you are watching this, the next time I meet you at the window, I don't even know what to say. So, I'm sure at some point, unless you change jobs or move or something, I'll see you again. And if you don't want to conversate, talk, you know, it's no big deal. I understand. I haven't been affiliated with you or your family in a decade, probably. Close to a decade, if not. And so, I wish them well. Wish you well. I guess I'm going to hear it's a long blog. Peace, you guys. Love you. Maybe I'll see you even sooner.